Free.
Welcome back, you lovely fellas. Now we're having Arko as our runners for Grand Theft Auto 5 City Stories, and I'm your host, I don't know more, all the way from Canada. And Arko, please introduce yourself a little bit.
Hello everyone, my name is Arko, and today I will be running Vice City Stories, unique stun jumps, all of them, even that one. This is a very fun category, and I am going to tell you about it more as I am playing the game. So if we can start the countdown, I guess I'll count you down from 3.
Free.
Yep, 3, very good. I won't stop on 3, unlike you. So 3, 2, 1, and go.
Go!
And we are starting. So the first thing that you do in this game is you get on a bike, which is very useful for the unique stun jumps, as you'll be doing almost all of them on a bike. Now, the first one that you get is a Street Fighter, which is, I think, literally the worst bike in the game. I hate it so much, but thankfully, we only get to do one jump with it. And then we'll hopefully never see it again. It is possible that we'll get it, and it's theoretically faster to go with it later if we find it in traffic while we're switching bikes, but hopefully that doesn't happen. So the first jump is right here on this little dirt track here, and hopefully I'm not gonna fail that. Just gonna spam leaning forward a little bit, and as that's happening, I am about to do a unique stunt bonus. Hell yeah. Okay, so we got the first one, crashing around a little bit, but that's fine. We stayed on the bike. Now we're going to abandon this one and get on a Sanchez immediately because this bike sucks. Alright, so one thing that's interesting about this game, so this is the prequel to Vice City. This is what happened before the events of Vice City, which is the game you might know. And you can't swim in that game. However, what you can do in this game is swim. Yes, that's right. So they wanted to make that very clear. They even make you do it in the very first mission, and they also make you do it after the second unique stun jumps in the route. Here you go, me swimming in Vice City. Isn't that extremely cursed? But I do think it's very poetic how you do it so early in this run as well. Though that does change a bit later. We will be going to the second island as well, which is a bit of a forbidden land. I see a bike here, but unfortunately I'm not able to get it. That would have been really fast because that was a PCJ, but that's fine. We do have a backup here if we don't catch a bike on the road. We just take this police wintergreen. Turn around here and do another stunt jump that's on this road. Unfortunately, yeah, the PCJ would have been really fast, but I didn't catch it in time, and trying to chase it would have wasted quite a lot of time. Alright, the unique stun bonus here, and coming up is a little bit of a hard jump, so hopefully I'll get it. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I'm supposed to land on that boat. I think this is probably going to fail. Yeah, alright. Well, that's fine. We can just try again. It doesn't matter too much. We can just go back and try again. So yeah, unfortunately this is not going to be a flawless run because it is very difficult. Yes, one failed so far, Elliot. Let's actually get onto this boat. You don't have to actually get on the boat. You can get on this pier and that should be fine as well. Okay, well, you do have to be a bit closer. Okay, so that's 2. Great. This is an amazing start so far. So let's try that again with a bit more run up this time. So this is kind of how this category usually works. You do reset a lot. It's not ideal for a marathon showcase, and if this fails, it's going to be very very painful, and I think it is because I am not anywhere near where I should be. Alright, so this is a bit embarrassing, and this is exactly why I was worried that this might go over estimate, but that's fine. The one thing that I am worried about is that I might have to switch bikes a little earlier, so I'm gonna try and see if I can find a different one here. I don't see one, Alright, let's let's just go back. Hopefully this car doesn't run into me, and let's actually do the thing I am supposed to do. Alright, now this should be fine. This is actually getting onto the boat, and yeah, the bike is already on fire, which is great. It's supposed to last like 3 more jumps, but that's fine. We're just gonna find ourselves a new one once Vic decides to get off of this boat. Alright, so I don't currently see a bike anywhere, so I'm gonna try and find one, get into this pony, which is not very fast. Maybe actually running would have been faster. See if I find any police bikes running around. Yeah, this is definitely a train wreck already. I didn't expect it to be one this early. That was a Sanchez I could have taken, but that's fine. What is this, a Wayfarer? Oh, a Street Fighter. Yes, exactly not what I want. Okay, so one thing that I am going to do here is switch to this Sanchez. That's definitely going to be fine. I know how to do this run on a Sanchez. There is also a police bike here. Alright, so now let's get back to the route. I'm very sorry for this awful start. So what you are supposed to do is keep going here with the wintergreen that you got from the police, and turn around, take this ramp. Alright, we are on the 5th jump now, with 3 stunt jumps failed already, which is amazing. Yes, so this is not a very consistent category, and wow, this candy cane, or however you want to call this pole just turned me around very amazingly, since I do want to go the other way around now. Okay, that's turning around the slightly wrong way, but that's fine. Please let me through, thank you. Now we're gonna go up this set of stairs onto this roof and do a little bit of a roof jump. This is a bit inconsistent again, but I'm not gonna try to do any risky strats here. I'm just gonna go full forward. I could turn around in such a way that I'm not gonna crash into this and fail, but you know, that would potentially cause me to or fall off the bike, right? And I don't want to fail the jump, as I have done that too many times now, more than I would have liked for this entire run. So let's just do safe, nice, clean marathon strats for everything. There is a street, I believe that is a Street Fighter, and I really don't want that. What I do want is a Sanchez, which I am actually going to find here. I really do not want a Street Fighter because it fails like so many jumps. You fall off everywhere and it just can't do half of them. So I think it's better to just take this Sanchez spawn here. You usually do like try to find one on the road here, and if you don't, you just reset. To be fair, I maybe could have kept the police bike around, but I am most used to using this Sanchez for these jumps, and I have like consistent strats for them, so I think this should be the most safe way to do it. Okay, Vic just teleported onto this. Here's another roof jump. There's quite a lot of these in VCS. I think all of these are unique to VCS. None of them are like copied over from Vice City. So there are some spots on the map where you'd think like, oh, that looks like a stunt jump point, and then it's just not. Okay, I jumped off here so that I don't take too much damage and I don't fall off the bike in a slow way, but as you can see, my health is still very low, so I am going to do even slower strats and pick up this health here, which is quite slow, but you know, hopefully fine. We're gonna jump over this airplane, which is very cool. Yes, the PCJ is the fastest bike that you can get in this game, and we are going to see it very soon. Half of this run is going to be done on a PCJ, but we need to get there first. Alright, so this was 9 stunt jumps done. There are in total 30 on the PSP version, which is the version of the game I am running on, and there is a PS2 version of this game as well, which does have 2 more stunt jumps, which is very interesting. I'm not entirely sure why, or have absolutely no idea where they are, but they exist, so running this category on PS2 is just slower. This triggered a bit early, so I'm a bit concerned that this might fail. Yeah, okay, so that's the 4th fail of the run. Not going great so far, but thankfully we can just get back on to this airport very easily. Okay, as long as I don't fall into this hole. How did I get here? I don't want to be here. Okay, let's just go back. This is fine. Just want to do a bit more of a run up and go faster, I guess. Go less at less of an angle. Okay, I turned around too fast. Don't go too fast. That can tear you down as well. The jumps I have failed are not ones that usually get me. Like, there are actually difficult jumps later on in this. Whoa, that was very weird. Very, okay, I'm turning around like way too much. This is probably, okay, that's fine. We even fell off, but you know, it worked out. The Sanchez is way too far away from me, but that's fine. Coming up is a very difficult jump, which I've only really found one consistent strat for, and it doesn't even work all of the time. The thing I do is lean backwards, which is a little strange, but as I approach this ramp, I'm just going to lean backwards, and hopefully that's going to get me across the water. It's very close, and I don't think I'm going to make it, which is... Oh, okay, so I have actually done the jump, which is great, but I really wanted to land on land there, so this is very... this is not great, but there is a way to get back, which is fine. The biggest issue is I now don't have a Sanchez, and I'm going to have to hope to find one on the street. Now, I think that's just the first time I've actually gotten onto the road without... Okay, there is a bike here. That's a Street Fighter again, isn't it? Oh my god, I'm going to have to do these jumps on a Street Fighter, aren't I? Well, that's just great. Alright, well, hopefully... That was me driving like a jerk, actually. Hopefully this is fine. I only have to do 3 jumps on this one. Maybe that police bike would have been better. If I find a Sanchez, I'm definitely switching to it, just for marathon strats. But there is also an angel spawn, but the angel has really weird handling, to be honest. Now, I am going to go into this space here. Whoops, that is not... Okay, sorry for the Discord sounds. Now, I am going to go up here onto these stairs and then do a little run up. Okay, not that little. So little that I fell off. Okay, so sorry about the sounds. I have muted them now. They should be gone. You see this tiny little ramp here that is a jump. That should hopefully be fine. That's not one I'm concerned about. What I am concerned about is the one that's coming after this. Okay. I managed to get down, that's good. This is the last jump before we switch to the PCJ. Oh, okay, that was very odd, but I think this jump is like super generous, so it should be fine. This is a weird camera angle. Okay, we're good. If we get the 3rd slowdown, we know that the stun jump has completed, and we're just waiting for the cooldown to end. Alright, we go into this police station here. You see this police bike here. We're just gonna ignore it, because we're going for this PCJ that we see over there. I think it's just faster to run up to it now. Maybe it wasn't. I'm not entirely sure. So, alright, we have the PCJ for pretty much the rest of the run. Asterisk. We will be in up to 2 different vehicles as well, but for the most of the run it will just be this PCJ, and well, 2 other PCJs as well. I will have to get to the other island as well, as it was the case in Vice City. This map is divided into 2 islands. We've technically started on like the 2nd island from the point of view of the original Vice City game, and there are 20 jumps on this one and 10 more unique stun jumps on the other island, right? And we have to get there somehow. As was the case in Vice City, you can't just go there. The bridges are closed until you do some story missions that unlock it. I'm hoping this bike doesn't screw me over, or the traffic, I mean. Alright, it's fine. As long as we manage these jumps. Alright, this was fine as well. Yes, you can't unlock the second bridge. That's way too slow, of course. So what we do have to do is cross the bridge. There is an invisible wall, which we'll have to get over, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, or whatever the saying is. Pun intended. So now we're going to do, okay, after this police officer bumps into me for speeding, I suppose, we're going to do this jump here, which is going to connect into another jump coming up right in front of us. See this triangle? It doesn't exist. I don't know why that was there. Okay. This is one of the hardest jumps in the game, I think, maybe. But, you know, I'm just gonna be able to do it. It's the jump that has always, like, failed me, like, the most whenever I was trying it. It's very difficult. Have I mentioned, I've really only made 3 entire PBs in the... Oh my god. Seriously, wait. Where am I? I have been locked out of my bike. This is a stupid whale to fail. It's in the cage. Oh my god. Wait, can I get in? Well, it's locked behind the cage. Wait, maybe there's an entrance here?
Boy.
Oh no. Oh no. Wait, okay,
Overestimate?
Has the bike respawned? I'm going to check if the bike has respawned, because this is where I got the bike initially. The Street Fighter I left here is here. Okay, the bike has respawned, so we can get back en route. That's fine. What isn't great is... Wait, no. I did do the jump, didn't I? Did I jump back from the roof? Do I have 18 jumps right now? LiveSplit is saying that I do. But I fell from the roof, so I can't have done that jump, right? Have I done an extra jump somehow? I'm a bit confused. Okay, so... Oh, right, I don't have to... The jump did count, and going back is just, you know, going back. So, okay, I am just going back en route here. Now we're gonna go right. We would just turn around on the roof and continue on this dirt track. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. I got a bit confused by myself there. Right. So, just do this jump. You don't want to be too fast because you want to turn to the left here, and there's like a small opening. Oh, well, not if you just miss it completely. Wow, I am doing terribly today. I was supposed to be in a completely different section of this whole thing. Okay, so we got to go... Wait, am I even able to make my way out of here? Okay, yes I am. There we go. I was supposed to go through here. Okay, turn right again. And this will be the last jump off this island. After which we're gonna have to do something very interesting with the bridge, as I hinted at previously. So this is a bit of an inconsistent jump. You can do this jump a little bit earlier in the route. You do go by it with the Sanchez after the 11th jump from the water. We didn't actually go by it because I failed that one, but I don't think it's much faster to do it, and it's much less consistent, so this was fine. Okay, now we switch to a... Oh, did the bike just disappear? To a BMX. We won't actually do any stunt jumps with it, but we will do a stunt with it for sure. Pun also intended. Crashing into that lamppost, however, not intended, so let's not do any more of that, shall we? Now we have to do a very difficult thing, which is squeeze through the invisible wall on the bridge. So, we're going to make a little jump on the side here, and now there is a very tiny gap on the edge here that I am hopefully going to make it through. Now, with how this run's been going, yep, this is completely expected. Now, I think this is something that I am completely unable to recover from, unfortunately. So this is this is something where I will have to load a safety save. So let me just do that very quickly. I was expecting this, so I do have a backup for what's happening here. Just rename this to 0. So yes, I am now going to show you, hey, I am actually running on an emulator. Wow, and also it's day. That's a little weird, isn't it? It is actually supposed to be day when you're, you know, at this point, but I failed too much.
Our runner is muted at the moment. Arko,
my.
you're also muted on OBS.
Oh, I was muted on OBS the entire time. I am extremely sorry. Wow, I was talking about very interesting things the whole time. Okay, this has been going extremely terribly. Sorry. The game also got louder. Okay. So now we are on the second island. I was talking to Discord only. That's why I thought, why is everyone talking about me not being, you know, 5? Anyway, this is a jet ski. There is a jet ski in this run. I was pepping you up for all of this, and unfortunately to no payoff. But, you know, you could have imagined me being very happy about making the trick. And I was. Alo No More can certainly attest to it, and so can Rekill. I am, again, extremely sorry for both the tech issues and the run issues. This is not going as well as it could be, but you know,
it's fine. It's fine. Just be great. Just be excellent from now on.
Yes, yes, of course. Now I am going to do this first time, of course. Okay, so the difficult part starts now. The water is very wild. If I fall off, that's again run over, because the water is trying extremely hard to get you back to the first island. Like, it's trying really hard, so you cannot swim in it. If I fall off here into the water, it's very bad, but please just get on the bridge. Okay, this was fine. Says that's what is the one jet ski jump that you do here. You do 2 more at the end of the run. You actually end the run on a jet ski, so that's cool. And yeah, now we continue on the PCJ that we've prepped here. Just gonna turn around here. Yeah, I was talking about how this is actually on an emulator. Now, yes, this is not on a real PSP/PSTV, I am sorry. You might have noticed that from the keyboard sounds that you keep hearing from my microphone. Yes, I have never owned a controller, so I am just emulating a controller with my keyboard on PPSSPP. This is extremely cursed and not at all how the game was intended to be played, but yes, it kind of works. What I've done is I've tried to map the controls like as closely as they could be to okay, I'm trying to get on the staircase here and failing a little bit at that. Okay, this is a little embarrassing. There we go.
Arko.
Yes?
Quick question.
Of course, go ahead.
As long as you are playing with emulator, you're using keyboard to push forward, right?
Yes.
In order to accelerate on a bike, you're supposed to tilt the joystick originally on PlayStation Portable.
Yes.
Halfway, so that you can keep leaning forward in order to maximize the speed of the bike.
Yes.
So my question is, are you constantly tapping forward to stay as close to leaning forward as possible?
Yes, I am constantly spamming my I button in order to lean forward. This is the way I am emulating leaning forward on this on this thing. It is extremely cursed. Like, this was not designed to be played on a keyboard at all, and it is heavily optimized to just be done for this run. If I tried playing with this like sort of scheme on, oh my god, I've tried playing this scheme on like a casual run, just, you know, running around shooting people. It is difficult because like there are so many weird things. I've tried to just map it so that it kind of feels like driving in San Andreas. That was fine, though I do have to use setup 1. I would have much preferred to use setup 2, but I'm unable to handbrake if I do that, so yeah, that's that makes looking around a bit difficult. Otherwise, like, I'm pretty happy with how I've managed to map the controls. It's as jank as it gets, but you know, it works, and I don't have to fiddle around with the controller, which somehow I would be even worse at. Alright, let's turn around at this tree. So let's just go up this ramp. Yeah. There are... Yeah, and I don't know if I've talked about this while I was muted or something, but yeah, I only have like 3 PBs in this whole run. Like, it's difficult to get a run in. Like, I reset so often, and it is very rare that I would ever actually finish a run. So yeah, my lack of experience shows there, and I would have practiced more for this. Maybe I would be less terrible, but it was a bit of a last few days surprise to me that my run actually did get accepted. Alright, so coming up to the last few jumps that we do. Whoop, could have a bit of a lag there. In total, this run has like 20 runners that have ever done a run, so you know, it's not that popular either. The world record for this run is 1814 by Anti on PSTV. There's a separate leaderboard for like emulator by Kaspersky has the world record there at 1829. And you know, we don't have to talk about my PB. It's a bit higher than that, let's say, by a substantial amount. But now, that doesn't even factor in that I keep doing this stupid stuff like crashing into things. Now, we do have our last set of stairs here. This is the last jump that we do on land. We're gonna get a very great camera view here, which is exclusive to emulator, I believe. Very cool wall. Hell yeah. Land on the roof, please, so that you don't fail the jump. Hopefully this is fine. Yep, okay. And now we're going to switch to the jet ski again. For the last 2 jumps of the run. Hopefully I have done all of them. My life split at least seems to indicate so. Yeah, sorry for having to redo some parts. Whoa, okay, yeah. Vic successfully teleported. I was afraid I went too far with the PCJ there, but I did fine. You think that's just my EMU version? Well, to be fair, I have a very old emulator version. Partially because I wasn't able to update it since the newer ones don't work with the auto splitter that has been uploaded since like 2022. How are we looking at estimate? Oh, the estimate was 30. Okay, this should be actually fine, maybe? I think I'm like, I am still able to lose a lot of time here, and I have on runs before. But you know, there's no way I'd fail so many things, right?
While Arko is cruising through his way, we have a $15 donation from Kata with no message.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, thank you for your generosity. Really appreciate that.
Excuse me, that, as far as I'm aware, that's supposed to be a stun jump. It literally just didn't trigger. Okay, so there is a bug in this game that, like, can cause USJs to not trigger, and that's if a vehicle has the ID of 0, which should be rare. I'm hoping... Okay, it loaded. I'm hoping that's not the case here, because that would just suck. Oh, no, okay, so this is a jet ski with the ID of 0. Okay, let me load another safe state. This is not my fault. This is just what I've been given. Okay, well, this is now 0. Okay, I have not. Whoops. Okay, no radio. Sorry. Let's try that again, and I believe this might make the run go over estimate a tiny bit. I am super sorry, but I just got screwed over. There's nothing I can do about that. A second, the jet ski doesn't respawn or anything if I go that far, and like, I just wasn't able to do USJ. So the thing is, like, a vehicle with the ID of 0 should be really rare, and when that happens, it sometimes fails checks like, does vehicle exist? Because they forgot to put a equal sign there when they were checking that. At least that's what PowdyNet told me, or some other people. Unfortunately, yeah, a vehicle with ID 0 doesn't exist. So when we're checking, oh, are they doing a stun jump? Well, does their vehicle exist? No, it doesn't. It has the ID of 0. Idiot. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, well, that can just mess up runs. It has never happened to me that far into the run, so that doesn't really count as a never happened before thing. But yeah, I mean, you know, I guess I'm banned. I'm really sorry, but I would have made it on estimate if it wasn't for this random glitch. Oh, well, okay.
To
be fair,
I just lost 1,000 channel points in prediction
to be
because
fair,
of the little glitch.
To be fair, this is completely my fault, so, you know, you can blame me for what just happened here, but I am able to put this back in. Now that has never happened before, that's right. Okay, well, this is extremely embarrassing. Please look forward, Wick. Oh, thank you. Controlling the camera is like very bad. Yes, this is absolutely my fault. I am taking all the blame. Now, Vic can't really do much driving on this, unfortunately, so I do just have to push it, but it shouldn't be too bad. Just push it in a little bit. It's fine. It's just 2 more jumps. You can do it. I believe in you. Just push it in. It's fine. Okay. Speaking of being on an emulator, there's a lot of other bugs introduces. You should check out the any % run. Sometimes it's full of glitches. Unfortunately, all the ones that are exclusive to emulator are banned, but the ones that happen in like the regular any % are really fun. Did you know this game did like 7x duping before SA made it cool? And we're almost at the water. Yes, now we should be able to drive this jet ski and hopefully never do that again. What are you doing? Oh my god.
Almost there.
This is...
No. It flips! It flips!
Okay, so what I am going to do is skip this jump that you just saw and, you know, just do the last one. It's fine. It's like I never failed it in the first place. See, you're just made to make this jump here, right? And go up to these rocks over here that they don't even let you go to. And then this is the last jump of the run. Hopefully this just works. And what you're supposed to see is this cool text that says, all unique stun jumps completed. Woo, that's time. Okay, that was extremely embarrassing. I am very sorry to anyone who was looking forward to, you know, a good showcase. This was much worse than I thought it would be. I gave myself a 10 plus estimate. My PB is 20 minutes. This is not supposed to be like over half of my run's time, but okay. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of GTA Marathon, and I hope it's much less of a train wreck than this run was. Thank you so much. Check out other VCS content creators and, you know, support money. Support, oh my god. Support the charity. Raise money for the charity. Thank you everyone. And have a good day.